Hi guys. So how you all doing? Oh well, I got a comment yesterday where the guy requested that I add more of this stuff in the videos that I make. So he mentioned I think VIX 50 and this 25 1S. So I'll just do this one. Already I did a crash 500. So if you're new here, make sure that you subscribe and you hit the bell icon. And also, if you are interested in the mentorship, you'll just leave a comment because I do have a mentorship. Group one already they had their classes, and now group two is starting on Monday. So let's get started. So as always, we always start at the top and just check what the bigger time frame is saying so that we can see when you're going down if it's safe for us to look for trades to go up or down based on no, so that we don't want to go against that bigger picture. All right, so this is how our monthly looks like. Oh, and again on TikTok, I haven't posted on TikTok in a very long time. It's because I don't even know how TikTok works. Because you post something, they tell you it goes against their guidelines and they're gonna ban you, this, that. So I don't think I'll post. I'll just keep on continue with YouTube. So this is our next area of what of support. So you can this one looks weird now, but we know that it starts from you can start it from around there, anywhere from around there. Then you know that price might start feeling the heat and it could turn. So let's just put a horizontal line. So for now it doesn't matter where the thing ends because of what we just want to see once we hit the zone, so that we know that price can be it can now bounce because it is inside that pool of what of buyers. So that's our horizontal line. So basically the price is bouncing from around there and there, but this being the first area of support that it could find on its way down. But we will see if it will sort of break that, or if it's gonna get rejected and go back up. Because even when it was going down, this from around there, this it was a sort of your area of what of resistance where it got hit, and then the price came here before going up and broke it and went into the main area of resistance. So now once we hit this, yeah, anything can happen, but going short won't be a good idea anymore, especially for those ones that are going to be taking trades and planning on holding them maybe for like a week or 2 weeks. That's when you can end up going against the bigger structure. But you can, in your intraday, you can get trades to go to the downside, quick in and out, depending on the time frames that you're taking. So you cannot, like currently, I cannot take a sell here and then put my TP here. It wouldn't make sense. Yes, the price can get there, but you need to be realistic based on what is happening here. You don't want to fight for that, especially for long term. So this is all that you have. You need to understand once we get to this, that's when the bias might kick in. Let's check what's happening on weekly. Do we have anything different? So on weekly, the price went down and it dipped into this area of what? Of support at all-time low. That support, rejected the price went up towards the nearest area of resistance, played there, went up to that main area of what of resistance up there, and then that's when it turned, which is why I was saying looks like this thing is turning, is playing in between this and that, because even in the past this was the highest point. So here, let's see where you would have your trend line to the upside. So you did have a bullish trend line here. This was your bullish trend line, and currently we can see that the price is testing a weekly area of support, which is this one here, and this very same weekly area of support is the one that after forming it, the price pushed up like that, and then it broke this, and I think it also broke this. So you can see it did something. It's quite strong, and it is located where at around our, remember this is where our monthly support starts. So from within this zone, the price can struggle to pass. It can bounce from there and then go back up. But we will see as we are drilling down to daily and H4 as to like what exactly is happening there. But you can see that already the price touched the zone. So meaning if you've been getting trades to go to the downside, make sure that now it's time for you to exit, because even the bullish trend line is not yet taken out. So you just need to be careful, and the space between this and that should be, fairly enough for you to, like, if you get trades, to go long. But it will all depend on what you are getting on smaller time frames. And remember, the price is basically playing in between this and that, so it can still go down to this before going up, but we're not going to predict that. We're just saying that now currently the price is at a support that is quite strong and is located around where the monthly zone starts and all this stuff. So there's nothing wrong with us trying to, like, sort of, like us expecting a sort of a reaction there, and saying, checking if we can get trades to go up. All right, so that's all that you have. So you can say, this is my what, this is my weekly support, this is my around the weekly resistance. So you're too close to the support, meaning buying is the only thing that makes sense right now. Selling into that won't be a good idea. So let's go down to what? This is weekly. Let's go down to daily and see what's happening. So on daily, when you're going up, you could put your, let's see, this was so nice. You can see how this thing is reacting to these levels. This was the level it reacted, went up, gave you a new level, reacted, went up. And then this was the level, also reacted, went up. And then it's just that when it went up, what did it do? It failed to give you what? A new high. So you can't give a zone a second chance, whereas the first time it got tested, the price went up, but it failed to give you a new high. So no second chances, unless if you get like proper confirmation, but otherwise that's not a good sign. So you can see that when we were going up, we did have our trend line there. There's your trend line. This was your support, and the price seemed like it sort of reacted from it. But you need to be, if you watch closely, this was your zone, right? This was your zone. You did break the zone. So the price, it played there for a very long time, maybe for a week or two. It came here, it hadn't broken the trend line yet, but it ended up moving to the side, breaking the zone, and breaking the trend line. That's when you saw that the sellers or the buyers, they don't have it in them anymore. So what the price did was that, because this was a zone, it went up to the resistance, that broke that zone, and it broke the resistance, and then it pushed down from there. You see, that's where you get a confirmation that I understand everything has been pushing to the upside, but there's nothing that will go up forever and not pull back. So when it's going up and you feel like you're skeptical, you don't trust that it will turn because of what, checking the past price action, you feel like it's been on an uptrend for a very long time. It's okay to feel like that. You just have to wait for the price to shift momentum, to say that, you can see this here. It was a sign to say that the buyers, they are no longer that strong. They couldn't defend their zone. They couldn't defend their trend line. So that zone that broke them it's a zone that has what, a lot of sellers. When the price went there, you could take your trades to the downside. You can see it pushed down into this zone. So this thing seems like it respects zones a lot. It pushed down into the zone. So, and then from there it got rejected, but it formed another zone on its way down. So what it did is that it pushed into the zone, went up to that zone, came back again to that zone. So it was just in between these two until it went down and broken the zone, and that's when now it's challenging what, the weekly trend line, which is this one here. Remember, we spoke about it on the other time frame. This is the weekly trend line, and this is the weekly what, this is the weekly zone, and this is what, monthly horizontal line, which shows that the monthly zone starts there. So currently, if you zoom in, you can see that the price sort of hit the weekly zone, which is around a monthly zone. So that's when you can start searching for trades to go what, to go to the upside. And should you get it, it might even struggle to pass this point, because I'm assuming this is the point that did what. Let's put a horizontal line at this zone that we had here. The zone was there. Okay, it's not the one that broke it. So when the zone was formed, the level was already broken, meaning it was broken by that from up there, but it's fine. It is still a zone. So if you get reasons to go long, make sure that you exit some of your trades there, because this could just be a retest of this zone around the trend line that's broken, and then you push to the downside. It's just that it looks like it's broken here, but keep in mind that this is a weekly trend line and it's not yet broken. So on weekly, the next area of what resistance is that one there, and is the one that has, because remember it's around there, is the one that has this guy. This is also a zone. You're going to exit some of your trades there should you get your thing to go long. So on daily, because this is your daily, the next area of support is this one here. If you look to your left, this is your support, this is your resistance. So you get trades there, you get trades around here. You're going to target this. Maybe you can extend it, but you're just pushing it because it can still struggle to pass here. So my advice to you would be that make sure that when you take trades, we don't know what's going to happen. Like we don't know, which is why you must never predict that a zone or a trend line is going to be broken. You don't know that. When you get trades and you hit an opposing zone or an opposing trend line, my advice to you would be that make sure that you exit and then you just watch how it plays out. Should it break that trend line or break that zone, it means the zone is not there anymore. It opens up more space towards the next zone. Then you can still search for new trades to join the movement towards the new zone. Because if you predict that it's going to be broken and then it bounces, you'll be frustrated. So to make sure that you do away with the frustrations and stuff, save you from the frustrations, when you hit the opposite structure, just don't be greedy. Take your thing, the profit. You know that is like, the price might struggle to break there. So why are you trying to just say, I trust Unkulunkulu, I know this is gonna pass here? You don't know. You know that that's the zone that is pushing against you. So save yourself from whatever the outcome that you're going to get from that battle between the bulls and the bears at that zone, and just exit, watch from the sidelines, and then when you get a breakout, you can try and trade in that direction. So that's all that we have on this time frame. So you can see your zone is somewhere around there, and that is your zone as well. So let's move down, and the trend line on this time frame, you can push it and put it around there. So the trend line is around here. That's your bearish trend line. Remember, this is a weekly one. This is a weekly zone. So if you want, so that you don't confuse yourself, but the weekly zone has been hit, let's remove it. Let's remove its trend line so that we can say our daily zone is also around there. That's a daily zone, around the weekly zone, around the monthly zone. So there's a lot of buying power that is about to kick in. Yes, it can be broken, but we don't have to predict that. So on this daily, there's your next opposing structure, which is what, the resistance, and there's your bearish trend line. So should the price give you reasons to go long, this is how you're going to go about it. Should the price give you reasons to go long there, you're going to target this. But you can see this is what, remember, this is monthly, weekly, daily area, right? That's in play. So if the price is moving up, this is just the daily resistance. So you don't have to try and sell it back, because the price, remember, is coming from what, weekly, monthly, which are way bigger than what you have here. So you can just take your profits and then you watch. Remember, you watch. If the price moves up like that, it means it broke the resistance and it broke the trend line. You can just, when you get a pullback, you join them knowing very well this is not there anymore. Because if you try and predict that this is gonna hold and then push to the downside, or it's gonna it's gonna be broken and do that, you'll be surprised to see the price doing this, dipping deeper into the zone before taking off. That's where you're going to be frustrated. You see? So to make sure that you don't get frustrated, make sure that you hit the opposite level, you exit. And this is the Telegram number, 0383. So if you're interested in the mentorship, you can use this number. So you can see that here I'm just trying to show you that it doesn't matter what you like. So me always showing you VIX 75, Nasdaq, and US 30, it shows that those are the ones that I trade. Those are the ones that I understand. But it doesn't mean if you give me a different chart, I won't be able to analyze it, because I'll still use the same approach. As long as they are candlesticks, as long as they are zones, I'll still be able to give you my prediction. You see, so you can just suggest what you want me to look at, but I'll do it. But I don't think I'll trade it because I've never monitored it that long to allow me to say that yes, for a fact I know it behaves like this. But if it's on your request, then I can do that. So let's just try and maybe put a trend line here so that when you're moving down to H4, we'll see if we can have trades to go long. So we're saying currently going short, it's not a good idea because of where we are, right? So let's just see. Let's put a resistance as well. So there's your what? There's your, we know we have hit the support. There's your resistance. There's your trend line. Let's move down to H4 and see what is happening. So on H4, we know we are inside those guys, but we don't yet have a lot to lean on. Like we don't have anything, guys, because this is H4, a bearish trend line. And yes, the price is no longer making those long candlesticks to the downside, which means that the sellers are not so strong. They used to do something like this. Now they are moving down, but they're moving like this. You can see the price action here compared to this. They are no longer that strong, which is why I'm saying that you're trying to search for trades to go down. It's no longer a good idea. But if you get a reason to go long, you remember this is your daily resistance. You can have this as your nearest H4 resistance, then you can exit there. Then you watch and see how the price is going to play around there, because you can see even this is your trend line. So you need to be careful even when you hit this. If this is your time frame that you're trading, you don't have to skip anything. You don't have to skip anything. So on this time frame, you really don't have anything as yet that can say to you you can take trades to go long, because of what? This is the trend line. Maybe if you could get this, but it will take a very long time. So let's just, I'll forgive you and do H1. Let's see what H1 has, because you're trying to look for trades, but you're not getting anything. It's either you're going to put your H1 trend line there, or you can put it like this. It doesn't matter. So let's say you decide to go with it. So this one looks like it's more horizontal. So let's just keep it there. Maybe if the price can do this, and then you can try and target that. So remember, we are saying we're expecting it to go long, but we need something to say that yes, it seems like now we can go up. Just saying that the price is struggling now because of the candlesticks that are here, it's not enough for us to jump in. So let's just wait, and maybe just a small tiny momentum shift, then you can try and catch that. So that's all that you have. So you need to know these key areas. You need to know where you are. You need to know if you are looking for trades to go long, which areas am I supposed to be searching for those trades? Because just knowing that you're supposed to be buying, but you don't know how and where you're going to buy, you can end up losing that trade or that setup that you sort of predicted. So you still need to know what, where, and why. So here, you are at the support areas. Maybe if you get like a momentum shift on this smaller time frame, then you are good to go and target the next opposite structure. So I think I'm gonna end it here, guys, and then remember, this is my Telegram number, and then you can just hit me that side if you want sort of more like one-on-one sessions and group sessions where you can ask me questions and stuff like that, and then I'll show you all these techniques or all these concepts that I'm showing you here in more details, so that you can also be able to approach a chart the same way that I do. Because if you're saying that you're going to make your decisions based on candlesticks, but you can't read the structure, then how are you going to make those decisions? Because that's why I'm saying you need to know the key areas, where to draw your stuff, and what type of trades to search for, how to enter, where to exit. Those are some of the concepts that I cover in the mentorship. So here I'm just doing sort of a top down, but if you want more details, that's my number. All right, guys, so this was on request, the VIX 25 1S, and then this is what I have for you guys. So I will see you in the next video, which is probably gonna be maybe sometime tomorrow, if not on the weekend. All right, sharp guys.